Hello, we've got a major conjunction today. Take a look over here. We've got Mars and Mercury in the exact same degree. So this means they are conjunct. They are very potent and very strong right now. So let's break this down. We've got Mercury, that is the planet of communication, of the mind, of our words. It's how we speak. And then we have Mars over here, the planet of war, the planet of action and fighting and aggression and conflict. So, what do we have happening here when Mercury and Mars are together? Some of our words are going to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or assertive or blunt or direct. Because look, think about this. They're in Scorpio. Mars rules Scorpio. Mars is super strong here. Mars is really impacting Mercury. And Scorpio, it's got a sting of a tail and it has some venom in it too. So our words can be fighting words. Our words can be a bit aggressive. It might sting. Talk about a sharp tongue, a bitter tongue. So one of the things we want to be careful of is there will be a need to speak your mind and share it out loud, maybe in a very blunt way. But we want to make sure that we aren't hurting others or hurting feelings, because here's the thing: whatever we say, whether it's positive or not positive, this is going to penetrate deeply. It's going to go in quite intensely. And so we do have this situation, the setup where we can really impact people with our words. And a beautiful thing about Scorpio is that it's healing, it's transformative. So we can use our words, our ideas in a way that is transformational, that is supporting healing, or it could come out in a way that is controlling, dominating, aggressive, manipulative even. So it's strong and potent, but again, it can go either way. So just keep that in mind. Here's another cool benefit of this, because when we think about Scorpio, Scorpio is very intelligent. It knows how to research. It understands the depth of matters. It knows why things are connected the way they are, how they're interrelated, getting down to the root of the problems. It's investigative in nature. So when I see Mercury in Scorpio, our minds are just going down deep and sorting and sifting through a lot of information to get down to the core truth. Because here, Scorpio, Mars, Mercury, Scorpio, we aren't BSing around. This here cares about honesty, the real raw truth here. So there's a lot of speaking up of truth, a lot of speaking of one's needs and one's desires. But if you need to do some problem solving, mind can be very sharp and active here. And like I said, very focused, laser focused, sharp and penetrating. And so if you need to do some learning, if you need to do some like investigative work, you need to do creative problem solving as well as strategy. If you think about Scorpions, they strategize, they study their prey very intensely for a while. They don't just like impulsively do something. They're very intentional, they're careful, they're methodical, they're strategic. So this can really support our strategizing, our planning, our problem solving. So lots of cool benefits with this, but we just had this protest all around the United States. And thankfully it was a peaceful protest, but this is, being defensive. This is fighting, but we can, do it in a respectful way. This is being a little bit argumentative. This is great for debates and negotiations, that's for sure. If you've got that going on, that's on your side. So we can see it in the air, and we've had this since yesterday, and it's been building up for a while. I would have come on sooner, but I have been deathly ill for like 3.5 weeks. So, but here we go. Mars, Mercury conjunct. And yes, it separates tomorrow, but we're still going to feel the impacts of that as they are close together for a handful of days.